get attacked and everything else, and it turns into a tidal wave, and other people jump in and get involved. And it's not very pleasant. But there's some people that are just, the zealots, the jealous, the mentally incompetent people that decide that it's just fun to sit around and mock. I'm always fair about this. I always try to be fair about this. I'm not that selfish. There's a lot of people that have been attacked unnecessarily and, even threatened their lives. That's something that is not tolerable. Well, certainly with me, I'm not going to tolerate that. We're kind of at a point where I think we reached it, where the mere mention of court or anything else. Of course, you got to understand something. I could sit here and be a total asshole and just like he did, a big no-no when he decided to take this charge sheet that he had his girlfriend create and put it all over the internet before my lawyer or myself even had the opportunity to actually receive such a document. Whew. Man, my attorney emphasized that in a report to immigration, by the way, just to let you know. Now you made your bed, you gotta lie in it, right? Look, I don't go down easy. If I had to go down, I'm going out biting and clawing. That's for damn sure. I'm fucking 70 years old, man. I don't need this shit. I don't like my life and my girlfriend's life to be disrupted by this bullshit. So there has to be an end to something. And you got to do whatever the fuck it is you got to do to make it happen. Bar none. Bar nothing. I'm tired of it. I'm not, his gatekeeper. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not his caretaker. What he does on his show becomes history. It means it was done already. You can't take it back. Can't take it back. As evidence would show, you can't take it back. Oh, I want him to fight this. I absolutely do. I want him to fight this. I didn't put all this money and time in it for him to just, no contest. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No. Too easy. Too easy. Easy peasy. Well, I mean, I can't, stop him from trying to do that. They may not even approve that. They say, no, fuck it, no. It's not only him, it's the Republic of the Philippines against your sorry ass. And for a guy that needs his lawyer so much, he sure fucking downs his lawyer all the time. I hope his lawyer listens to his shows. I really do. Expressing his lawyer as being incompetent and uncaring, and if I had the money, I'd get another lawyer. Shit, if I was his lawyer, I'd drop him like a fucking hot potato, man. That's what I would do. But that's me if I was his attorney. Sometimes you gotta get ugly, man. And I decided to get uglier. I may have had a civil situation with somebody once, but that's done and gone. But I've learned a lot from that I wasn't going to stand by and let any other shit happen to me if I could help it in any way possible. I'm just out here to live the rest of my life, however long that is. I'm still relatively healthy. I'm in a happy relationship. I like where I am, both the house, location, the country, and anything that's going to step in my way of allowing me to continue my life out here. You know goddamn well I'm going to try to make sure that that does not happen. Goddamn well, you know. Well, he started this war. I'm going to end it. But unfortunately for him, I don't think it's going to end in a very good way. When you run your mouth the way this guy does, as if he has some kind of a legal poetic license to say whatever he wants to say on a cell phone while he's incarcerated, of all things. He's incarcerated. Hello, Jerry. I love doing that, Jerry. Oh my God. I take this matter very seriously. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? He's worried about me disrupting his life for things that he did. Look, I didn't tell him, number one, I didn't tell him not to pay your fucking required fees for over 7 years. He put himself in that situation. I just gave him a little help. Yeah, there were 2 cases. A lot of people don't understand that. There wasn't just a cyber libel case. He's incarcerated because we put a case against him with the immigration. Why? Because I said, fuck this shit. You have to pay your fees. I have to pay my fees. Why should this motherfucker get away? And plus his behavior in the Philippines all this time. Creating crises for people. How he's treated people. It had to be done. Then to further this, he decided to go on his show. So he didn't like the results of what happened to him. And knock me. Defame me. Insult me. Oh, it's only words. I'm an American. I got freedom of speech. Yeah. Generally speaking, we have freedom of speech, but there's a limit to those limits. That's for damn sure. No, I'm just going to have possibly a mystery witness in the future that's going to blow his socks off, if he could afford a pair of socks. Personally, I don't care what he does. He wants to plead no contest, or he wants to carry this on. Either way, I'm okay with it. But I decided to pull that ace out of my back pocket because I thought it was time. And once I'm finished with my testimony, we're going to line somebody up that's going to blow him out of the fucking, hopefully placid waters into a fucking tsunami. Just hope and just pray that your collaborative effort with your girlfriend doesn't turn in a direction that I ain't going to like. Because nothing stops there. Tough guy. Nothing stops there. And it won't stop. Even if I got deported, and it's so ridiculous. I mean, look, unfortunately, I can't read you the paperwork. And if I was allowed to do that and see what was written by her or her attorney, you'd probably laugh your ass off and said, that's bullshit. He never said that. The one thing I could mention, which I just thought was fucking humorous, I could mention this without giving away what her complaint told of. She's frightened of me physically. I never even met her. That she's psychologically affected by me for what I said. That she can't function. Fuck, I see her show. She's out there under this trellis, one of them, with this happy singing music, and she's kind of dancing, and my lawyer's seen that. And I will say that was included in his, I could say that. I could say that. That was included in it. Where's the psychological damage? From what? I never met the chick. Nobody's threatening her life as if she's making an implication. How? How did I do that? Do I have a doppelganger out there? Oh, all her videos, she's happy. She's out with her friends. She don't look psychologically damaged to me for something that I supposedly did to her. She's having a gay old time. Going out with her friends, visiting places, parties, making videos with music, TikTok with one particular one. She's under this trellis, and she's kind of dancing her way down to this. Does that look like a psychologically damaged person to you? Hardly psychologically damaged my ass. I never even met the chick. Threats? What fucking threats? I've never threatened her ass. Never called her a whore. Never called her a prostitute. Ever, ever, ever. And I got his viewers, I got my viewers that all said the same dang thing. I've never heard you call her a prostitute. I have never heard you call her a whore. But she claims different. She claims different. And that was a bad thing she did because, as I said, and I can't put anything written in stone, this could have repercussions for her. Perjury and all kinds of shit. DOJ possibly involved. Yeah. Complicit in a crime to harbor him. Let's not leave that one out. That was already written in the counter affidavit in regards to this immigration thing, that she was complicit in this crime, that she was actually involved in this. That he took refuge from Morbwell, Den to Karkar. And she harbored him, fully fucking knowing that he was hiding from immigration. Oh yeah, it just gets prettier and prettier. Not for her. I don't know who this goddamn chick is. Never met her, never wanted to meet her. And I'm not going to make any judgment on her. That's for somebody else to make. He shouldn't have got her involved. And how many times have we heard this? I'm just not going to get my girlfriend involved in this. I refuse to do that. But you did. Mofo, you did get her involved, you stupid asswipe. You got her involved by your own demonstration, by the way, stupid asswipe, by your own demonstration. Popeye loves that. So I'll throw that in. You got her involved, you fool. What's that going to do for your relationship? You think she wants to get involved in this shit? Why don't you have her as a witness? Go ahead. Why isn't she on the witness stand? Why isn't she scheduled as a witness? Why? What do you got to hide? She going to go on stand and perjure herself again? Do it. Because if all works out, the witness that I'm going to produce on here is going to blow your fucking mind. It already is. But it's going to blow it even more. Your brain is going to probably explode. from your fucking cranium. Okay, what do we got here? Gotta read this one. John Johnson. Listen to yourself. Counter affidavits and talking about a poor Filipina and her mentally challenged boyfriend. Give it a ting rest already. I'm not giving anything a rest. You're talking about my livelihood. You're talking about my existence here in the Philippines that she's trying to challenge to satisfy her boyfriend. And I don't know why. Again, as everybody questions that, what the fuck? What's the golden chalice with this guy to be with him? But hey, whatever, man. Whatever. Got me on that one. There's some things I can answer, and there's some things I can't or have answers to, and I don't have any answers to that. But the friction that's going to be created through this whole process, she'll wake up one day and say, God damn, this wasn't worth it. I ain't saying a goddamn thing on here. Just to say if everything works out right, there's going to be a mystery witness sometime after me being on the witness stand. He ain't gonna like it. He ain't gonna like it at all. Well, don't forget, it has to be relevant to the case and what the charges are. The person that will be involved in this has had to suffer something in that degree of insult and injury and so forth, or else we couldn't use the witness. Jerry is testifying. No, Jerry's not testifying. Yeah, he's got to make things uglier for himself. Oh, well, how many times have I pre-warned this guy? You only give somebody so many chances to just shut his fucking mouth and go on with his fucking life and try to get himself out of a bad situation instead of being too worried about how many donations he can get or how many viewers and subs. I mean, that's mental illness, in my opinion, and by his own demonstration, that's fucking mental illness. He's more worried about how many subs and get his girlfriend to do as many shorts as she can because it all adds up, you know, for AdSense. That's sick. That's beyond sick. Fazio spirit, huh? I like that one. No, guaranteed ain't gonna be Fazio. Bye-bye, Fazio, you're gone, bro. There's another person that tried to do damage to me, and he paid for it dearly with his life. By being an idiot, by not attending to his medical emergencies until sepsis set in, and that was it. I warned him many times, even though I didn't like the guy. I gave him advice, even on an email, which maybe people don't know. I told him what he needs to do, but he was too goddamn petty to have the right things done. Now he's dead. Now he's dead. Oh well. It's Fazio flying in from Hanoi. Yeah. I know. If anybody questions his death, and, you know. Believe me, at one point I did. At one point. But no, he wouldn't leave his tools behind and everything else. I mean, God forbid. No, I'd never do that. He'd take it to his grave. And I don't know, maybe some of the tools he did take to his grave. I don't know. No, he's gone. That's it. You know, when you're gone, you're gone. I'm not saying who is involved with this or who might be involved. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Not at this stage. Pardon me. I'm also laughing, Junior Mint's incessant, belching. He makes a joke out of that. But it may not be a joke at all. I should go to the hospital because I'm burping. Well, maybe you should. Because that's a little overplay on the belching thing, man. I mean, there's definitely something wrong if you have to belch that much. I mean, there's something going down in his funky town. There's something going down with that shit, because nobody burps incessantly like that unless there's a problem. Besides being, on a live show, having to hear that shit. Anyway, we got 20 on board this morning. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, wackadoo. I'm greeting you to my show. Did you have that morning cup of coffee, Popeye? Never try to simulcast before your first cup of coffee. Let's have a cup of coffee. Get that caffeine in you. Oh, you're not into drugs? Caffeine is a drug. Did you know that, Robert? Caffeine is a drug. Talk about drugs that I take. Prescription. But caffeine, that's a drug. Try living without it for a couple of days. You're going to be jonesing, mofo. You're going to be jonesing. Let's have another cup of coffee. Sorry, I don't have all the lyrics. I'm just having my special. What do I have in my brew this morning? Matcha green tea, 2 bags. I got some cinnamon for a reason. I've got, of course, my turmeric with a tiniest, dashiest dash of black pepper to synergize the turmeric. That's my tea. You want fire? I'll give you fire. I decided, enough is enough. If you're gonna go, just go all the fucking way. Because I may have something to lose here, if you know what I'm saying. So why not go all the fucking way? No, I'm not happy that he got his girlfriend involved in this. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was unwarranted. And he said he wasn't going to get her involved in this shit, but he did. Too late. And for a guy that didn't want his girlfriend involved, you did a bang-up job. You really did. Will there be consequences for her as a result of possible perjury and, collaboration, harboring a person who has been hiding from immigration for 7 years? Don't listen to me. Go look it up. You guys are great on the information highway. Go to Google. I don't make this shit up just to make a show. No, I don't do that. Go look it up. Go look. Easy, Google. Go look it up. See what you could find on there. Do you think I'm not going to do this? Yeah. Well, she ain't going to go and change her complaint. And I don't know if she could, actually. But, however, it probably would serve her purpose to do so, but, oh well. Nevertheless, we're working on that one thing anyway, feverishly. And even if it doesn't turn out my way, it may not turn out her way either. All I'm going to say about that. Mazda 9, how the hell are you, man? always tuning in late. No, I may have a mystery witness after my testimony's over that he ain't going to like. All right, I'll sum that up. Who, male, female, living or dead, could be Fazio from his deathbed, but it's going to blow him out of the fucking courtroom. Do you have the recording of Junior Mint blowing up because you said he gives his girlfriend money? I don't know. Maybe I do. Send it to me. frankinhawaii54yahoo.com. Maybe I don't have it in my repertoire. Send it to me. Unless you were just asking me if I had that and you don't have it. Let's have another cup of coffee. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fuck, I don't know what the hell I'm having for breakfast. Junior Mint. He's not Junior anymore. No, that he's not. Not from my witness. He's not Junior anymore. He's got it in the wrong places, though. That's the problem. Oh, he needed to gain weight, but oh God, did he? But not the way he did. You know, he's totally out of proportion. He looks like one of those, in a way, one of those starving kids from Biafra. You know, the distended stomach from starvation. That's what it looks like. His stomach is so distended. It just looks unnatural. Kind of like, what's that animated character? With the bald head and the big distended stomach. Not Family Man. No, what? I forget. Rubylicious? No, I don't think so. What's going on with Peckerwood anyway, man? Haven't heard him around. Oh, I know. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. He just comes on here under different stock accounts. Do. Let's see what I got here. Oh, check out this paperwork. Oh, yeah. Let's see. There's something I could read here. There actually is. Because I'm not showing you the paperwork, and I'm not. Maybe I could just verbally read it. Simply stated, Charisma cuddled Mr. Jordan, an alien with no authority to stay in the Philippines because his visa has already expired. Mr. Jordan had already been given a deportation order. It took time to arrest Jordan because he moved from his residence in Walbwell, Cebu to Charisma's place in Karkar City, Cebu. While Jordan was eventually arrested by BID personnel, but he cannot be deported because he is still on trial for the criminal cases. This alone should have put the motive of Charisma in filing these cases or charges against Battaglia in question. Far from being true, these cases are tools that trying to get even with the respondent by using the agency of the government at the expense of the respondent and ultimately the resources of the government. That's about as much as I could give you, baby. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. She's already got a copy of this. And I'm sure he's got a copy of this already. So they already know what's on there. So legally, that's all I can do is verbally read a paragraph or two. That's it. Can't do anything more than that. But that's just a tip of the iceberg. Because you see, when you get involved in a case, that you should have your nose out of it, okay? And you make allegations as such, you know. Huh? Know what I'm saying, dear?
Just saying.
How you doing this morning, sweetie?
Yeah, very happy.
You very happy?
Yeah, very happy.
I know.
And
We're real happy with that situation, aren't we? Well, there'll be a happy ending to this one way or the other. So, was that a single paragraph? Oh no, there's like 19, not paragraphs, but 19 statements on there. Oh yeah, Jesus not happy with. You can imagine. She already had her chance on a witness stand. I'm pretty happy about that. We got that over with. That we did. Well, Sean Harris, I don't know. I'm not like him. I'm not getting lower myself to that level. But there will be repercussions from this. There's no doubt. Because I'm not happy with the situation at all. One thing to have to deal with his case, and then he gets her involved in this too, which was the plan. Let's make it hard for him. Let's get him to spend more money. Let's. What? She shouldn't have got her nose involved in this on her own. A little collusion. Oh, she's got the copy of the latest response to immigration, registered mail. She got the copy already, because I got the copy. But the idiot, the moron, decided to distribute a charge sheet on the internet before my lawyer or myself ever had a chance to see it until we were given such in the mail. Okay? That was illegal in itself, putting out the documents. And that's wise in any way. The reason he's running his mouth a lot is he figures I got nothing to lose at this point. It's over. He knows it's over. He knows. One way or the other. Some people are saying, well, I don't know, he's going to get off this with a slap on his wrist and a fine. Well, there are no guarantees in life. I'll be the first to say it. What it will be, it will be. But I haven't even hit the stand yet. Okay? I haven't even hit the stand. I haven't had my chance yet, but I will. I certainly will. Probably on the scheduled date. Mazda 9. The courts in general hate being used in the manner of which she and Barry are doing. They'll come down hard on those two. Well, that's perhaps because there was another crime committed here. People got to base their complaints on the preponderance of evidence. And there's a lot of technical terminology I can actually use, but which of course I can't repeat because it would be on a response sheet. But he made it very clear in his writings, and she knows. If she has a copy of that, she knows. She knows very well. There's some really damaging statements in there that could have some recourse. But, you know, revenge bears its ugly head, and he bared his already ugly head and decided to involve his girlfriend in this. Nobody put a gun to her head, not from me or anybody else, but her boyfriend. No gun to the head, but as controlling of a character that he is, excuse the expression, he laid the law down, his law. He said, look, you gotta fucking do this. We're not gonna let him get away with this shit. That's what it was. Well, let's see, put the rubber to the pavement and see how far this goes. And see the end results. Oh, I wish I could speed up the clock. Believe me. I wish it was December. It was a court date, because I can't wait. I'm a very anxious person. I don't want it to happen then. I want it to happen. I don't want it to happen today. I want it to happen yesterday. Yesterday, when I was young. Maybe a little snow on the roof, but there's fire in the furnace, my friends. Fuel me up, and you'll see the end results, which I've already proved so far. Am I a man of my word? Obviously so. I don't think anybody can argue that. I don't think so. Yeah, the system doesn't like being abused. If somebody puts in a complaint against somebody and they can't provide verifiable proof, you've abused the system. You took up their time. They don't like that. That was even mentioned in the response to immigration. They don't like that at all. I'm not going to involve my girlfriend in nothing. Keep her out of this. Too late for that. You salamander. Too late for that. Too late, too great. That's love. Oh, that's absolute love. Jeopardizing someone that he loves so much. His rock. Oh, that's love, all right. It's going to turn to hate someday when she realizes that her involvement with him was one of the biggest fucking mistakes she ever made in her life. Ever. Love. It's just a word. Utilitarian, well, that's the best word. You getting this all, Popeye? Okay. Anyway. Oh, well. Anyway. Oh, well. Oh, that's a show. Certainly ain't no Seinfeld show. But it has some elements of humor and comedy in it. Must admit that. What makes a good show? You gotta have a good character in that show, right? Well, he's a character, that's for damn sure. Yeah, I bet he wishes he could turn the clock back. A little too late for that. Time stops for nobody. You, me, him, everyone. Time does not stop. Even if I drop dead today, the case still goes on. He's under the impression, a different impression, but no, it still goes on as long as my attorney is retained. It goes on. It doesn't stop. I don't know what his miracle plan is to get out of this, but if he thinks by getting his girlfriend involved like he did, that's just another nail in the coffin as far as I could see. It's tuning in. I would imagine the judge and attorneys are tired of this bickering and will go for the quickest settlement. Not necessarily. Judge Cohen. Am I going to be deported? Not if I could help it. Immigration isn't that stupid. They go over all the evidence. They go over all the recourse for my lawyer and everything else. That's, there are basic rules to follow in the justice system that they have to follow. Hearsay doesn't work. They base everything on preponderance of evidence, and, now that they're also aware that there was a collusion going on here between somebody who's incarcerated, who just happens to be the boyfriend of her. How coinky-dinky is that? That there's an element of revenge involved in here, and they could see right through that. Of course, all that is mentioned in his report. Of course it is, in detail. Great detail. Well, you know what? Whatever happens to me, I always wind up on my feet. One way or the other. I'm in a little bit better position than him to handle such a situation as that. I don't expect that to happen at all. Judge Cohen. We got a Judge Kubota. We got a Judge Cohen. Wasn't there somebody else? No, not if I could help it. I told you, we took out the large artillery. He'll be crying in that courtroom when that fucking judgment goes down. I'm very confident this is not going to wind up the way he's hoping, because now there's some other elements involved here that will and could be introduced. So, see where it's going. I can't really get elaborate when I talk about the case. I can't show you paperwork. I can't tell you what my plans are other than mystery witness. It'll gonna blow him away. Well, he's filed a motion to allow another witness, is what he did. And he's awaiting that motion to be approved. That's what's going on. What happens if he pleads guilty before the court date? No, it has to be during the court date. And the judge has to accept. Just because he pleads guilty or no contest, it doesn't necessarily mean that'll be granted. It could be. I'm no expert on this. It could be. And it might. But I can't say what the repercussions are either way. As long as the court case goes on, he has to dish out money to his attorney, and he knows that. Which he really doesn't like doing. Even has to pay for transportation. Hey, I have to do it. Why is he special, The way it is, fizz. And this thing could lag on for years, actually. I would imagine that because of the holidays and everything going on, I would venture to say that the next date of the next court hearing after the December hearing will probably be sometime into the new year, or well into the new year. So he has to sit there still. Needless to say, I don't think he's going to be out for Thanksgiving, and I don't think he's going to be out for Christmas, and I don't think he's going to be out in any form or way for New Year's. I just don't see that happening. Then all my work will be worthless if he pleads guilty. No, 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 not necessarily. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I mean, there's still going to be repercussions whether he pleads guilty or decides to just carry it out. There's still going to be repercussions. I'm sure there'll be a guarantee of 6 months and 1 day. It's a very typical sentence if someone doesn't want to go heavy on somebody. It's always 6 months and 1 day. I don't know what the extra day is. I don't know why they do that. 6 months and 1 day. God, I heard that some of these court hearings, I listened to other cases. And according to what the severity of the case was, I kept on hearing the judge saying 6 months and 1 day prison, 6 months and 1 day, 6 months and 1 day, 6 months and 1 day. I don't know. It seems to be a typical figure. I don't know why. What's the 1 day? For extra luck? I don't know. But I've heard that many times. Still 6 months in prison and 1 day. That ain't pleasant. A half a year in prison? Hell no. Even that. Not 1 day in prison is worth it. But there has to be an end to something here. A lot of my shows here, through viewer demand, they always want to hear something about what's going on with the court situation. As I said, surface material I could bring up, but I think we're well beyond that point, really, at this phase of the trial to even utter another word about it after this show and just let everything kind of take its course. Now we got another one. Now we got Judge Marshall. We got 3 judges here now. Wow. You have a strong case. Yes, I do. He already knows that. He saw the evidence on big screen. So did everybody else. Not on here, but I could imagine what was going through his head. He was shocked. How could he be shocked that I had evidence? He knows I was recording everything. What is this shit that he was shocked? Where the hell did he get that download? I don't think he had the talent, technically, to do that. Look, I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. If I said I had video evidence, I had video evidence. I'm not lying about it. Don't benefit me if I lie about it. And it was proven right then and there in the courtroom. To his dismay, oh well. This is not a Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul thing where it was a setup. This is real life, criminal law. There are penalties to what you do in life. I don't care what it is. You go to Singapore, you can't even spit on the sidewalk. They won't allow you to even smoke visibly in the streets. You can't throw garbage on the ground. You get arrested in Singapore. I know. And you can't do a lot of things in Singapore. But yet Singapore is run like a fine watch. Always people cleaning the streets. They take things serious. It's a very well-run place. There are laws. We may not like the laws, but you got to abide by the laws, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you got an SRRV. I don't care what the hell you have. You're still a guest in this country. That doesn't save you from the law. You got a 13A or an SRRV. Doesn't mean that you're immune to the laws of this country. SRRV gives you kind of like a resident status, but you're still not an indigent to this country. You weren't born here. You're not a Filipino, and you never will be. You can speak the language, and you're still not a Filipino. Have your SRRV, have your 13A, have them both. It doesn't give you that many privileges. I don't know, somehow I can't see just having a sum of money laying in a bank that I can't use. But if I can, well, I have the paperwork for it. If I'm not going to put it in at this point, not knowing everything that's going on, that'd be a waste of money. So, mystery witness. Who can that be? Mystery witness. Motion filed for the witness, affidavit taken. Well, I had to pay for that. When I mean pay for it, I mean that a lawyer has to write up the paperwork. If you want a witness, the witness does not pay out of their own pocket, if you didn't know that. You got to pay for the lawyer to write this shit up and interview the witness, which has been already done. You even got to pay for the transportation for the person to get to that office. Yeah, there's always money involved. Nobody works for free. Some people try to get money for free, like they feel the world owes them something. Big E. Boy, I'm going to have your brains really going on overdrive, ain't I? This is the hotel, no tell. Wait and see when and if it happens. That's all I can tell you. He'll piss his pants. Guaranteed. You better bring a little supply of Depends when that happens. Decided to take out the big guns. Enough of the petty bullshit. If we're going to get this on, let's get this on and done with. Damage has already been done all the way around. You can't fix damage unless you work in a body shop. But legalities, it's history. Whatever crime has been committed has been committed. It now becomes history. Evidence already presented. Video evidence, anyway. Judge Cohen, we got Judge Marcia, Judge Kubota. Well, we got a panel of judges today, don't we? Thumbs up, folks. Come on, you're doing good. 10 thumbs up, 19 watching. That's excellent. Par excellent. All right, I got to hit the treadmill. Yeah, we've started. Boy, do I need. His lack of decorum in the courtroom will come back to haunt. Yes, I think it will. No, what? No to what? Just have to wait and see. I'll tell you one thing, he should not have gotten his girlfriend involved in this. I could tell you that. He should not have done that. I didn't force him to have her get involved. I didn't tell her to get involved. She did that not only on her own with, being coerced by her boyfriend, but damage is done already. And I'll read one of my last comment in Mazda 9. Remember, his plans are to plead guilty on the 12th. I wonder if that will throw a monkey wrench into your plans. Not necessarily. He's not going to walk out of the courtroom a free man after that. I'll guarantee you that. I don't think so. But then again, like I always honestly say, I can predict the outcome, but I can't guarantee the outcome. He should be kept the surprise witness under wraps to see his. Well, he don't know who it is. Be hilarious. It would be actually when he sees who it's going to be. Yesterday, when I was young. It just seems like yesterday. Really does. Like, what the fuck? See a lot of these people on forums talking like they're in that age bracket, you know. I feel like my life is almost over. No, it isn't, man. You live day by day until you can't live anymore. Everybody's getting older whether they like it or not. You know, it just seems like yesterday I was 40 years old. I mean, you know, what the fuck, right? I can't stop for all the time. Neither can anybody else. It is what it is. There's a beginning to something, there's an end to something. You just try to make the best of your life, and if somebody tries to interfere with your life, then you handle it. Then you handle it. No, I'm not giving him any more heads up. This one will make him be thinking a while. He'll be walking around in his cell from corner to corner, wondering who's going to be this mysterious witness in the future. Let him think. Let him wonder. Let him ponder. Let him sweat. He's already sweating in that place. So he wants me in there with him. Does he really want me in there with him? Does he really? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Oh, Kubota's back. We got a couple of other judges on here, Kubota. You're competing with a couple of other judges on here. Go look. In another life, I was Judge Lance. No. Oh, you seen that, Kubota? I like that name, Kubota. Because I used to ride on one of those Kubotas at work, actually. Not a lot, but I got the opportunity to kind of play around with these Kubota equipment. It's Japanese. Well, it sounds, yeah, like Kubota equipment and farm equipment and so forth and so on. I realize that, yeah. But you're not Japanese, though. Japanese. Okay, what else do I want to add to this while I'm on here? Now I got 11 thumbs up. We're doing very well today. Thank you very much. I got to figure what to eat. That's my biggest decision of the day. What to eat for breakfast that isn't already frozen or whatever. Our microwave broke down, and I'm reluctant to buy another one. Not because of money. A lot of things I'm reading on the microwave. But I've read good things that it actually does not change your food, does not take away from, I'm kind of like, in purgatory with buying another microwave because I've read some really negative things. But I read some good things too. Hey, look, I'm trying to preserve every day of my life that I could, And Coca-Cola, was it? It's Japanese, okay. Coca-Cola. Yesterday. How's your diet going there, sick grandpa? If that's actually you. You gotta watch it there, son. You really do. Well, welcome to my show. Oh, see, I'm not throwing them off. Oreos, there you go. Do you know you get black shit when you eat Oreos? My brother used to tell me he used to eat a lot of Oreos. He said his shit was like black, black. I like Oreos actually occasionally. I'm not, I don't know, something different about the Oreos from when I was a kid eating them to now. Maybe they changed the form. Maybe there's just more preservatives in them now. I used to eat Chips Ahoy growing up, and I thought that was the greatest chocolate chip cookie in the world. As a kid, maybe I didn't know better and had real chocolate chip cookies homemade, but I did. My sister used to bake a lot. Chips Ahoy now, you eat a Chips Ahoy, it's like a nothing burger, you know? By the way, there's a series of things you'll find on the Facebook feeds. Everything you could possibly eat, they're finding fault with. Everything you could, what are you going to do? Eat grass? Everything you eat. They're saying that if you look at a McDonald's hamburger and they show somebody taking a sliver of that, a McDonald's hamburger under a microscope, it's put in the glass enclosure, and they're showing you all these parasites in there. Well, and of course, this is all for views and everything else. I've seen a lot of negative shows on just about every possible food, everything, commercial foods, KFC, all these places, which there's a lot of truth to it, by the way. But the parasite thing, most foods have parasites in them. I don't want to gross you out, but when it's cooked, they're dead. Fish definitely have parasites. Meat has parasites. Meat has parasites.
Use not this one.
Yeah, put that on the side there. Don't worry, I haven't read all that shit. No, don't worry about that. Everything has parasites. What are you going to do, not eat? Oreos and Coke, the breakfast of champions. Indeed. Seems like sick grandpa and Brevis took somebody for a ride. What a wild ride it was. Okay, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be eating for breakfast here. It's been a fun show. We've been on here almost an hour and a half. I think that's overkill. Yeah. You start something, you gotta finish something. And goddamn it, I'm gonna finish this up in glory. I will bring the sauce when I testify, Frank. Hey, it could be Ricky. Who knows? Me and Ricky are actually buddies. People don't really know that. Oh, I've seen Ricky several times after all this. Why do you think he was so buddy-buddy over at the store? He's my bud. I like Ricky. I don't know, I like his insanity. It's entertaining. Because I know how he is when he's not on YouTube, and he's not like that. No, he's actually not like that. From my experience, anyway. He's a showman. He's a great showman. Oh, sausage. That's what I'm saying, is sausage. Never forget the sausage. More waiting for you, son. In fact, you know what? The truth is, I said that Hungarian eat that shit. That's why I gave it to you. I figured you didn't give a fuck about your health and your weight. I figured, good, eat, manja, eat, enjoy yourself. Competition, Kubota. Yesterday when I was young. I like that song. God, if we could only return to the past and change things in your life, maybe mistakes you made or direction you took in life, wouldn't that be great? Or knowing now what you know about life and everything else, right? whether it's life and everything else, right? Whether it's what you eat or things not to do or whatever, and the knowledge you have of science and everything else that everybody's, kind of picked up and technology and all that, go back in time and, well, you would change history, but you gotta be careful when you fuck with history. It could be, could be a catastrophe. Ricky is a double agent, said Tommy Boy. He's a pretty intelligent guy. Don't kid yourself. He's very calculating. Oh, he certainly is. But he'll go in either direction. He'll turn on somebody he'll think is his best friend. Oh, yeah. Bob Mello said, why did you pretend to forgive Barry if you were going to turn around? Who forgave him? Who forgave Barry? I never forgave him. Where'd you get the nonsense from? Hell no.
Okay, I see the circle of death. That must be because he's signing off. Yeah, a couple of highlights in the live chat. You're absolutely right. He does give away a lot. He puts all his cards on the table as he keeps
Sorry about
talking
that,
and
Chief.
talking. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back.
Can't get that song out of my head. Let's see. Or he asked for forgiveness and you dismissed it very flippantly. He's never asked to be forgiven. What are you smoking, man? Smoking, man. Come on, man. As Ricky likes to say, come on, man. What are you smoking, man? Don't smoke it here or in the Philippines, I guarantee you that. And imagine marijuana, it's just as bad as any other drug as far as they're concerned. You get caught with illegal drugs out here, man. Well, your future's already written. Or he asked for forgiveness. No, he never asked for forgiveness and you dismissed it very flip. I didn't dismiss anything, and I'm not dismissing anything with him. We're taking this all the way, bro. I got money invested, time invested, stressed and tested. I'm irritated by all this and trying to get his girlfriend to fucking hang me with a fucking noose, and you think I'm going to stop right here? You're very wrong, bro. You're very wrong. Oh, hell are you wrong. It's up to the judge. He's the man. Well, never even seen a guy in person, truthfully. The guy goes on camera. I don't know, maybe he's afraid of COVID or something. Or I don't know. I don't know. I've personally never seen a judge, except on screen. Even the evidence, well, he's seen it on his screen. When the evidence was presented, he has a monitor, and he's seen that in full living color. And by the way, whether you know it or not, it's the fiscal that kind of keeps, the court minutes and all that shit. That keeps all the information. But all the cases that a judge goes through, if you think he's going to remember exact detail on everything, he's not. That's where the fiscal comes in. That's the guy that's always in the room. It's the same guy every single time. And he's taking note of everything that goes on. And this is noted to the judge later on. The judge can't remember every fucking. You know how many cases? He can go through 40 cases a day. I'm not exaggerating. 40 cases a day, if not more. You think he's going to remember every detail of something? No, that's not the way it works. Bob Mello says, and that rotten SOB Ricky acted like he was working hard to get him out of detention, and Ricky also turned on him, and a rug pulled out from him is what I saw. Ricky is Ricky. Told you he could turn on a dime. He could turn on a dime. Ricky is Ricky. People think there's a lot of bad blood between me and Ricky, but that's not really true. Oh, he downs me all the time, but he does that for entertainment purposes. Ricky, believe it or not, can be quite, I know that's hard to believe. He's the kind of guy that gets triggered really easy politically. Oh, politically. I mean, he's a madman when it comes to politics, yelling and screaming at cameras and political rallies and shit like that. There's a whole nother side to him. There is insanity going on with him, but, you know, he has moments where he could level off and actually be human. I mean, he sat at my table, I know that. Of course, he was using me to get affidavits for Fazio's case. Had to be nice to me. That was so awful how Ricky trolled him. The guy is in prison, for Christ's sake. Oh no, Barry say I'm not in prison. Hey, look, man, I don't care what the location is. If you got bars and you can't roam around freely, you're fucking in prison. I don't want to hear anything else. I really don't. Can he freely walk down the street and go to a bar and, you know, pull out a knife on some woman and intimidate her that he paid his bar bill? He can't do that anymore. Well, that was some incident, wasn't it? And it was national newspapers, too, and they mentioned it. Man, that was heavy shit. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. That's some heavy-duty shit, man. Him and his girlfriend said they went by there to go talk to the waitress. Fuck, man, she was intimidated, man. Shit, wouldn't you be? Someone pulls out a knife and says, hey, man, you know I paid that bill, right? You know I paid that bill. Set me up with another drink. Fuck that shit, man. Oh, man. That girl should have just fucking filed something on his ass. But I think he intimidated her to scare her, and he does that with all his girlfriends. Things don't go his way. They don't want to give him sex. I don't know, out comes the cigarette. That's all I'm going to say from that point on. Use your imagination. Yeah. The famous cigarette cherry. The cherry on the pie. Know what I'm saying? I'm not trolling, but didn't Ricky's fun orchestrate? Oh, quite possibly. See, Ricky goes two ways. that literally, if you know what I mean by that, he goes two ways. If he ain't fucking sucking the mouth of a lady boy, he's sucking something else, you know. I mean, Ricky goes both ways. That's what I'm trying to say about him. No, you can't trust Ricky. Of course not. You can't trust Ricky. You'd be a fool to trust him. Ricky goes both ways, and I mean that literally. I think he winked his eye at me a couple of times, if I remember right. But then again, I'm an old man. I got some bad memory going on here. But I could swear he did. To Walnut Bar. I would trust Frank before Ricky. Hey, what's not to trust? Guys, I've been out there for you guys all the time. I could actually stand here, sit here, whatever I'm doing, and I could actually tell you I have not deviated from the truth in any situation. The truth shall set you free. Well, we'll see. And also, what's the gain? What is the gain by lying anyway? Because the truth always comes out, and then the consequences wind up worse. Well, let's just give I don't know, it's just out of my head. Just randomly. Someone puts a complaint on you, then they find out later on that they were perjuring themselves. I don't think that's going to have a really good effect on the person that put that complaint in. I just don't think so. I mean, that's just me. That's just me, but, I don't think there's a great outcome from that. What do you think? Barry's got it better than you in some ways. How does he have it better than you? Your life that messed up? Tell me it ain't so. Barry's going to be Barry. All right? We can talk about this all fucking day long. You're not going to change the man. He's incapable of change, positive change. All of a sudden he became really religious. And that's what happens when you hit the bottom of the barrel. You get really religious. More so than you ever were. You find God. God spelled backwards is dog. Anyway. I don't know how he's got it better than you. Do tell. God, I can't figure what to eat except making some more eggs. And then what? I don't know. Hopefully that's only the biggest decision I have to make in my life is figuring out what I'm going to have for breakfast. Hopefully it ain't going to be top ramen and Oreos. And no running water, you know. Yesterday, 33, when I was young. Wish I knew all the lyrics on that. Fuck, I almost feel like going out for breakfast this morning because I don't know, I just don't feel like cooking anything. Same shit I could make here. By the way, a little hint, everybody, don't eat pork, don't eat pork, don't eat pork, don't eat pork, don't eat pork. Look it up. Don't eat pork. I'm warning you. They eat pork around here, but you know what? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink the goddamn water. Even if it's my honey, even if it's her family, people will do what they're going to do, and it's really hard to make them change. And some people can't change at all. And it just gets them into a world of fucking hurt. Oh, well. All right, folksies. I'm happy with the 11 thumbs up here. Send money, not prayers. God, the last show we had on, he was begging for money again. Things are getting difficult for the boy. He better save up some money for his girlfriend. That's what I think he's going to have to do. She may have to create a GoFundMe or something if things work out the way I think it will, or might. Some people don't think before they act. Don't jump. Walk first. Don't jump into something that you're going to regret getting involved in. That's not a threat. He was, you're threatening her, you're threatening her. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm just giving facts, son. Nobody's ever threatened her. Nobody's ever called her a whore. Nobody's ever called her a prostitute. Can anybody on my show honestly say that I ever called her a whore or a prostitute? And I use those words. Can anybody on here say that they've ever heard that? And it has never happened. You see a split up soon. Well, eventually it will be. Barry has plenty of money. Well, yeah, I mean, he's holding on to Social Security shit. He pulled this so many times, guys. How many times do I have to say that? If he opens his mouth and moves his lips, he's lying. Whether it's saying I'm going to plead no contest or whatever it might be, he's lying. Sick grandpa says never, Frank. And I don't know if that's really sick grandpa or not. But I've never said that. And if sick grandpa's saying that, who doesn't always talk very fondly about me, then you could take that with a little bit of weight. No pun intended, Reggie. Judge Cohen's never heard that. It didn't exist. Where's the evidence? I don't care what fucking complaints you put in. We challenged every statement that she made in that goddamn complaint. Preponderance of the evidence. Where's the fucking evidence? Barry's not know the truth anymore himself. He never knew the truth. You know, he doesn't want to believe. He's training his mind to say that I'm innocent, I never did anything, you need to show the evidence right in front of his fucking face. And he's still going to say, you ain't got no evidence, you ain't got no evidence. I'm sorry, but by own demonstration, that's mental illness. Okay? Let's call a spade a spade. It's mental fucking illness. He's not normal in any respect of the word normal. Again, by his own, and Popeye hates this, that's why I say it a lot, by his own fucking demonstration. Moz 9 says, thinking back, there's been multitude times that he would break up with his current girlfriend around the holidays. Yeah. Tommy Boy says, my girlfriend thinks sick grandpa is hot. Really? Maybe they should get together. Well, I don't know if you like threesomes. I don't do that kind of shit. Deviant behavior. If you're dedicated to your chick, man, you dedicate yourself to your chick. You don't have threesomes and shit like that. That could become too habitful. They might like it. And then, STDs, shame later on, or she may find somebody better than you. And, maybe this guy was better than you sexually and looks and everything else. And, bye-bye, sucker! Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. You're better looking than me? Really? I don't think that's even Ricky, really. Anybody want to hit on his icon? No, that's not. I don't think that's Ricky. I don't know. There's two people who have prominent noses. You got Rickshaw Philippines, which I can barely watch because he has this kind of really wide nose too, long. He's got these big-ass nostrils like Ricky. But, the angle of his camera, it's like right up his nostrils, and he has hair growing out of there, and he has boogers in there. I even wrote him the other day, I said, man, you got to clip your nose hairs, dude. Clip your nose hairs. We're looking at your nostrils. It's not very pleasant. Oh, he's just bought some new Carhartts, and yeah, he's begging for money too. They're all begging for money. Buying motorcycles, getting a car, trying to get a car, buying rifles, and some people got it good. But they don't beg. Nah, they don't beg. They would never do that. Do you think Shaw is just cornered to stay with him? Bummer is just pulling her to stay with him. Well, guilting her. Well, I don't know. Ricky has the best pig snout. All right, I gotta admit to that. I'd have to agree with you on that one. No offense, Ricky. I love you. Okay. Oh, I know what I gotta clean here. Oh, God, do I have to pull the stove out? Oh, jeez. I'm probably gonna have to go here, guys. After I clean up behind my stove here. If you don't, it just gets really ugly. Grease and particles of food that get in between the stove and counter that fall in between the stove. You know how. You know them. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, looks better now. I'm much better now. There we go. Oh, you love it when he was standing by the pork sign in Thailand. Let me see something here. I don't know. Is that the real Ricky? Anybody want to check on that? Is that the real Ricky? You want to do a little checking? I don't feel like it. And let me know. No, Ricky has his moments of, shall I say, normality, but when he gets on his show, his personality changes, which Kind of leads me to believe he definitely has a personality disorder. But I think Ricky realizes certain health conditions. I think, like I always use the expression, he throws caution to the wind. I think because he really doesn't give a fuck. I'm going to party, I'm going to drink, and despite my weight, I'm going to eat whatever I want. And I've had shows where I've talked about things like that. People sometimes just let themselves go because they feel they have nothing to lose at this point. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my life, how short or long it might be, and I'm going to continue to, a lot of debauchery and so forth, and, let's see, hold on. Well, sorry, Ricky, but you're calling me frail, but I distinctly remember you saying to me when you met me, you said, you look healthy, Frank, for your age. You forgot that one? He goes, nah, dude, you're not frail. He said that. Now you want to change your mind on that? What's frail? I mean, considering your weight, I guess anybody would seem frail compared to your weight. I'm normal. I'm like, I'm even less than I used to be. I'm like 166 pounds at my height, which is actually very acceptable. Are you? Hardly. Hardly. Ricky will be gone soon as well. Stop with the hair dye. You look ridiculous. Well, he does. No offense, Ricky, but, you do. It kind of reminds me of Steven Seagal. As old as he is, he's got that jet black dye. See, you can't get away with that. If you normally have black hair, and you're aging and your face shows it, coloring your hair to get all the gray out, especially if you have black hair, it doesn't work. Because the face is still going to look old and wrinkled and worn and leathery. Just because you put dark black dye on your hair. See, that doesn't work for people with black hair. But it works for people with lighter hair. It works very well. You could actually get your God-given hair color restored, and it doesn't look ridiculous. Not at all. Allow a little touch of gray in there, you look fine. You can't overdo anything because it becomes very obvious. But putting black hair dye on, it just doesn't work. I think people that he meets, they obviously say, well, obviously dyes his hair. I mean, I can see his face. He's not a young man anymore. And what is that going to do? See, that's the trouble. If you, given at birth, if you have black hair, dark hair, there's only so much you can do with that as you get older. It doesn't work when you start really getting old. It looks very unnatural. Very unnatural. And people see that right away. It's very clear that this guy dyes his hair. The way I do things is that I do things that kind of get rid of a lot of the gray, but it utilizes my natural hair color. And that works really well for me. And has. So I continue to do that. I'm not one of these people to let himself go. Just because I'm a specific age doesn't mean that I gave up on myself. It doesn't mean that I have to look like, what Popeye looks like or something, khaki pants, just socks up to his fucking knees practically, black shoes, bingo going, That's just not who I am. I don't have orange hair. That's old. Come up with something better than that, Ricky. Orange hair. I'll show you what orange is, brother. What do I have that's orange here? All right. That's orange. That's orange. My hair is not orange. What do I smell here? Is that off? Is that off? Is that off? Is that off? Oh. Hold on, I gotta check something before having a goddamn explosion. Hey, light a match. No, I thought I smelled a little bit of propane here. And I did, actually. I was just checking the connection. Oh, boy. Kaboom! Good there. Good there. All right, we're good. Okay. Go, Ricky, go, Ricky, grow. It's Ricky. It's Ricky. Ah, you know I love you, Ricky. Come on, you know that. Never do any harm to you. Any new girlfriends there? Any new prospects, Ricky? Tell us all about it. Inquiring minds need to know. We're gonna go back to the Walnut Bar. The Walnut Bar. Where did that come from? The Walnut Bar. I hear all these expressions on here that I can't explain. Yesterday, when I get a song in my head. I've got a song in my heart, preceding my fart. I've always had a song in my heart for you. You are a gold digger. No, I'm an old ginger. What does that mean? Explain, said Ricky. Explain, Lucy. I'm an old ginger. What does that mean? Gold digger? No. Remember when you showed your bum to Gak? Hey, wasn't that the highlight of the career? Sitting there with their fucking pants down even today with that video. You know what they're doing. That perfect ass, no blemishes, nothing. Oh, redhead. No, I'm not a redhead. My true color of my hair is what you would call dark blonde. Some people refer to it as, what's the other? Dirty blonde, dark blonde. And it looks right for me. See, that's why I can do this shit. Just for men. You know how many guys use this shit? Cheetos. Yeah, edited in, of course. A bad shit. How many times did you play that? Come on, be real. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. Be honest. Come on. You're talking to me. I got a good audience here. I don't really. Sorry, I'm going to have a little connect problems here on and off. No, you don't win the hair game, Ricky. Not at all. When someone looks at you, they like, what the fuck? Is he wearing a fucking wig? That's their first impression, is you're wearing a fucking wig. That's not really a turn on for the chicks. Hate to tell you that, man. Maybe you think so, but God, what to eat around here this morning? Do I have to resort to some fucking Well, I could make pancakes. I could put fruit in it. I could do that. That's pretty good. They don't call me hamhead, son. Well, lover, huh? You know, a ladyboy lover. How do you do that? That's disgusting, man. Spit on spit with some ladyboy? And God knows what happened later on after the bar. Oh my God. Despicable. It's okay to admit you go both. You know, we're in a different generation now, Ricky. It's different. You could admit that stuff. Rick loves the pee-pee. It's a whole different world now. People have come out of the closet decades ago. Just come out of the closet, man. We know what's going on with you. It's apparent. Just admit that you go both ways. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to make judgment on you for that. Just admit it. No judgment will put on you at all. I won't put, even Judge Caboto, he won't put judgment on you either. You've already demonstrated. We all have seen it, Ricky. Judge Cohen said. We got Judge Cohen coming in from the court system, from the penal colony. Penile, get it? God, Ricky, how could you do that? I mean, seriously? Ugh. Oh my God. Look, I don't believe in God and all that shit, but whoever our creator was, it started from a paramecium or something, it just wasn't meant, woman on woman, man on man. It's just, how could you procreate if it was just, a situation where, men went with men, and women went with men? How are you going to procreate? Yeah, you were saying you were drugged. Come on, we're beyond that bullshit statement. You had no fucking roofie in your drink. That's a bullshit story, just like Fazio. Yeah, he said that the ibuprofen shrunk his penis. That was rich. Yeah, you were drugged. We believe you, Ricky. You know we believe you. Just admit it. We'll forgive you. I mean, there's nothing to forgive. You can go both ways. That's okay. If you didn't like me that much, how come you didn't kick my ass in SNR, man? How come you didn't do that? I kind of told you like it was. I stood up to your fucking fat ass. Told you what I fucking felt. Hey, I'm here right now. What you have in mind, do it. Do it! Instead, just to make a big joke out of the whole situation. Put his fist in the air like bam, 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 like he's in an air guitar fight, an air punch fight. He got shocked when he seen me and Gilda out there when he was walking up the driveway. Comes up there with his big shit grin on his face and his hands in the air. Boom, 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 boom. Well, why didn't he knock me out? Clint says you were talking about crossing genders out here, bro. No one who says that would have even been drugged. No. Yeah, he drugged himself. How's that one? Yesterday, when I was young, I had a lot more women. When I was young. See, I got women the legitimate way. I didn't go out, hey man, here's a new cell phone. If you hang around with me, make it look like I'm a real man. He was trolling and striking out. He took what he can get. Man, that one chick that he was seeing not too long ago, man, that looked like his doppelganger. Holy shit. Everybody was shocked. The same space between the teeth, almost the same face. Shit. Fate, karma, something. How did that happen? She wasn't exactly a looker. Could have been a hooker, but she wasn't a looker. Damn, they looked alike. You pay, you pay. Yeah, and you certainly do, Ricky. No kids, so big deal. What does it matter? How many kids a woman has? Who cares? Unless you have to pay for them, and I don't. Only kids I take care of is 2 of her kids. No, not all her kids. I take care of 2 kids. 2, count them. 1, 2, 1, 2. Capiche? Yeah, same weight to height ratio, everything. How did that happen? It was like a Twilight Zone episode or something. When he displayed her, and why did he display her? I don't know. No offense against her, but really, that was another mistake he made. He was proud of that? Proud of that? I wouldn't dare show somebody that looked like that. Now, if the girl was a real honey and all that stuff, whether he paid for her or not, then maybe that's worth displaying, but come on, let's get real. God, I've been on here 2 hours already. We got to get off here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to go here. I got to eat something. I'm just, you guys are taking up too much of my time here. But it's been a really hell of a show this morning. I got to say that much. You want content, we give you content on this show. I don't care what they say. Popeye's all enthralled with this. He's still recording me doing a simulcast. I pique people's interest. We're crossing genders out here, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she was a winner, man. I gotta tell you that. I'd understand you want to put some hot chick on, but come on, man. Don't cross that line of ridiculousness. I mean, but maybe he's got nothing to lose. He knows he has a plethora of health conditions going on, and maybe he's just sowing his oats and being as, he's probably like the other guys, probably mad at the world. It's kind of like this "I'll show you" attitude. I believe that's what's going on. I'll show you. I'll use you. I'll abuse you. I'll pay you to be with me. I'll jump the fence back and forth. Support one guy, then attack him later on. That's what he does. And look at the company he keeps, like, people like Brevis. I mean, really? Drew Norty? Talk about psychopaths. He's mad because he has to pay for it always. Man, that's horrible. I'd rather be alone than have to just bluntly pay and say how much you charge a week or month or something to keep me company. Fuck that shit. It's so goddamn shallow, but I guess it beats being alone. I get the feeling that he does not like to be alone. He has to have a woman company, whether he has to pay for it or not. He needs to have a woman by his side for his own ego, for one. But he knows better than that. It's not like he really got a solid woman that really wants him for him and not what's in his wallet. I mean, come on, man. Ricky, did you rim job Junior Mint? Please, I don't want that kind of thought in my head today, okay? It's morning. Although, Junior Mint certainly admitted a few things on his show one time, didn't he, in regards to an ex-girlfriend. That's still haunting me. That's still haunting me to this day. There's places that you just don't go. Example, you don't go to a crime-ridden neighborhood made up of cartel or gang members, right? You don't do that. And then walk through that neighborhood with valuable jewelry or electronics. Same difference to me. Don't go there. Don't tell people what you did with your girlfriend that nobody really wants to hear or know. They don't want that stuck in their mind. It stains your mind. That is as nasty as you could be. There's things you just don't do. There's things you just shouldn't do. And you don't do that. No matter how sexually charged up you are in a moment of passion, you just don't go there. E. coli, gonococcal bacteria also. You just don't go there. You don't. Then you'll kiss afterwards. Tongue kiss. Ah! Ah! I'm ruining my proposed breakfast. Oh! Oh!
All right, there you go. He finally signed off, man. Wow. Let's see how long he went. He was on 15 minutes when I signed on, and I clock him at a buck 45, an hour and 45 minutes. I don't think that treadmill's gonna get used today. 2 hours, yeah. Oh my lord. And it looked like sick grandpa finally gave up the ghost and stopped trying to troll him. I mean, you can't troll an ignorant person. You really can't. That's a lot of jabbering. Yeah, it is. All right, guys. Enjoy your Monday morning. Enjoy your Sunday evening. Thanks for coming out for another riveting episode of the Popeye One simulcast. And I catch you on the backside, guys.